Hello everybody, this is Pastor Green. Today we're going to be doing another Bible study, Revelation chapter 14. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, email me at godsohman@gmail.com. Revelation 14, starting with verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount of Sion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are the which follow the Lamb whatsoever he go. These are redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they were without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the seas and the foundations of the waters. Now, like I said before, God's not going to let anybody go to hell without at least, talking to them first. So this is his last ditched effort before the rapture happens. Come follow God or else. He sends his angels out there, flying around with all nations, all voices, all tongues, and he's telling people, the hour's coming. You better get saved fast. And as you see, these angels they're flying around. They're telling people, get saved. The hour's coming. About to be judgment. And they follow another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark on his forehead or on his right hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of the torment setteth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So they're saying that if you follow the Antichrist, if you follow this beast, you're going to get sent into the fire and brimstone, and there's going to be no rest day or night. So you're going to just be constantly always being tortured. And if you don't want that, you better get saved now. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that kept the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Scripture, that they may rest for their labors, and their works do follow them. So it's saying, anybody dies for the Lord's sake from now on, it's going to be a good thing for them, because there's going to be really bad here on the earth. So if you get saved, you're basically going to want death, because it's going to be really bad here soon. So you better get saved now. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud sat the one like the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And if you look at my rapture my end time book videos on rapture, when Christ got ascended into heaven, there was two men in white apparel, and they said, Why are you looking up? The same Jesus is going to come back on a cloud, and when he comes back on a cloud, he's going to rapture out all of his people. So this is, white clouds coming down. The time is here. We're going to get saved, and everybody else is going to be going through wrath. Another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust thy sickle for reap, and the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And this is basically a sickle. A lot of people use this to harvest grains and different type of grasses and stuff like that. and you hold it in your hand and you just swipe it across. It looks like a blade that just, it cuts it close to the ground. And he that sat on the cloud thrusted his sickle to the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which was in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. So another angel is coming down with a sharp sickle. Another angel came down from the altar, which had the power over fire, and cried with a loud voice to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of vine on the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. So it's time now to basically torment the people on the earth. And the angel thrust the sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine from the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. So now these people that are left after the rapture are basically going to get tortured. It talks about throwing them into a winepress, and then you're going to basically grind these grapes, and so all the juices come out. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So if you lower a horse, inside his mouth is going to be a bit, and that's where the horse's bridle is. That's where you basically lead the horse around. So basically, if a horse is standing about where his head is, that's where his bridle is. So the blood's going to be that high. It's basically giving you a picture of there's going to be some really bad things happening right now. So as you can see this picture here, that's the blood's going to be that high. It's going to be right up to the horse's bridle. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you'd like me to come to your church and speak, you can email me, godsohman@gmail.com. You can also comment below any kind of questions you have, any kind of comments you have. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Have yourself a great day.